Are you struggling with chronic pain or an injury that's keeping you from doing what you love? Well, in today's video, we will explore 5 easy hacks to find immediate relief from chronic pain. My name is Jenna, and I help folks live the life that they were designed to live and get back to doing what they love to do through holistic solutions that can empower you to find vitality and well-being on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. So if that sounds good, then please join me today. All you need for our session today is a yoga mat and a comfortable, quiet space where you can be free from distractions from the outside world. Everyone's going to be experiencing pain for a different reason in their body, and that's why we're doing these 5 hacks, so that we can hopefully address one of those reasons why you might be experiencing pain. And of course, you should always see your physician or a physical therapist to really see what's going on with your body. The first hack to find immediate relief from chronic pain is breath. And it sounds really simple, but breathing in a way that relaxes the nervous system is so powerful. And another reason is that we can use our breath to find more space in the areas that might be tight and constricted or stiff and not moving as well. So let's explore that. So we're going to start lying on our backs, which for most people is the most comfortable position. If that is not a position that's comfortable for you, then feel free to do this seated in a chair, or you can even do it on your side, whatever position feels comfortable for you. So when you're ready, you're going to find that position. And I'm going to have you just start by taking a deep breath in through the nose for the count of 4. And out through the mouth for the count of 4. In through the nose for the count of 4. And out the mouth. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. So let's just start here with a quick body scan. Just take a moment, orienting to your body, noticing what physical sensations are arising, and just taking a moment to listen to your body's signals and messages. And when you're ready, we're going to start to take a deep breath in and out. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. So keep counting the breath, inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4. Let's try that one more time. Inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4. Very nice. So just notice what your body is feeling now, what sensations are now arising, and how has that sensation that came up earlier shifted or changed by just doing a few deep breaths. So that can be really interesting to note. For a lot of people, just by breathing deeply, they notice a big shift, especially when it comes to pain, because it relaxes the pain signals from the nervous system to the body and it allows our body to then relax. So we're going to try one more thing. We're going to go ahead and bring the hands to the side of the ribs and do what is called lateral breathing. So this is where we breathe into the sides of our ribs. So go ahead and try that. Taking a big breath, breathing in side to side, and exhaling all the air out your lungs. And I suggest breathing in through the nose and out the mouth. And what you want to feel with your hands is that your ribs are expanding out to the sides. You could think about two bucket handles that you're lifting up and out. So that's the movement that we want to facilitate with the ribs. If it's hard for you to feel it in this position, you can try coming up to seated or try another position if that feels more intuitive for you. So if you're dealing with low back pain, this is a really great tool. This would be one of my first go-to hacks for low back pain, because when we can create that movement and expansion here in the ribs and movement in the thoracic spine, and as we just create more space in the ribs, it allows for the muscles in the lower back to relax, for the spine to become more stable, and it can really do wonders at immediately relaxing back pain. So you can keep working on this one if you'd like, but I'm going to now move on to the second hack. So the second hack to find immediate relief from pain is to activate your core, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. So in another video, I could get into the specifics about what the core actually is, but just to summarize, if you think about it like a corset or like a belt that wraps around your torso, it cinches and pulls everything in towards your spine, and its job is to stabilize your spine. So we're going to keep lying on our backs, going back to that breath that we just did, inhaling into the ribs. We're going to start with that. And then on your exhale, you're going to start to feel that cinching front to back. So again, it's like you're wearing a really tight belt that's maybe a couple notches too tight. And that's what you want to feel, the sensation of that cinching. And you really want to feel it wrapping around on all sides. For a lot of folks, it's easier to feel it in the front than the back, and that makes sense because we have the ribs in the back of our body. But you do still want to see if you can feel that three-dimensional wrap. This muscle is called your transverse abdominis muscle, and its job is to support and stabilize your spine. So let's take a breath in. On the exhale, start to feel that wrapping front to back. Cinching the abdominals to the spine. So it's really helpful to receive that feedback to the nervous system. If you have your hands actually on your abdominal wall, that can be really helpful. It gives your nervous system feedback, but it also can literally help you feel which muscles are activating in your core. So we'll take another deep breath in, and on your exhale, start to sink your abdominals to your spine. You want to start to feel a flattening down rather than a pooching up. So if you feel a pooching up, then that's a different muscle working. That's the six-pack muscle, the rectus abdominis muscle. We're trying to actually get deeper than that muscle. So try it one more time. Breathing in and breathing out. Should feel a tightening or a cinching around the hip bones. And we're going to tune back into the body. So now just let everything relax. Come back to that breath that we were doing earlier, breathing in through the nose, out the mouth, and notice what you're feeling now. What are you sensing in your body now, and how have those sensations changed that you noticed in the beginning of our session today. Hopefully you're feeling some relief from whatever you're experiencing. So far we have learned how to breathe deeply to relax the nervous system. We have learned how to activate the core to support and stabilize the spine. And the third hack that we're now going to work on is gentle stretching, which sounds very simple, but there are some quick and easy stretches that you can do that should very immediately help you find relief from pain. So now we're going to go on to our hands and knees. So what we're going to do from this hands and knees position is we're just going to gently rock back and rock forward a couple times. And as we do that, we want to just think about keeping our abdominal wall drawn in like we worked on in the last exercise. See if when you're bringing your shoulders forward, if you can gently pull your hands towards your knees and rocking back. So now we're going to rock all the way back to a child's pose position. Just stretching your back. Coming back to hands and knees. Rocking back to child's pose. And this is a fascial glide. So this really helps to lubricate the fascia, which is connective tissue that encapsulates your muscles. So when we lubricate that fascia, then that can really help to reduce pain. So if you're feeling pain here in your wrists or your knees, then I'm going to show you another position that you can explore if this isn't a position that feels comfortable for you. So now let's come on to our backs. So the first stretch that we're going to do is just laying on the back, bringing the feet about as wide as the mat, and just gently taking the knees to the right. Using your core as we explored in the last exercise to bring your legs back through center, and then gently bringing your legs to the left. These are called windshield wipers. So if this is feeling uncomfortable in your back, then just start to make it a little smaller and really hug your abdominals in. So you can always go back to that. You can always go back to recruiting your core to support the movement if you're feeling any kind of discomfort in your back. Let's do one more time over to the left side. And good, let's go ahead and bring the legs back through center after that. We're going to stretch the left leg long and hug the right knee into your chest. And we're just going to start to draw a little circle, lubricating the hip joint. Inhale to circle and exhale to circle. And we'll do a few more of those circles like that. And then go ahead and reverse and go the other way a few times. And let's do one more there. And then we can just stretch that leg up to the ceiling, interlace your hands behind your thigh, flex the foot, reach up through your heel. And we're going to point and flex, point and flex. And if this feels hard to get your leg up in this position, I would suggest using a strap or anything you have lying around. You could use the belt of a robe and just put that around your foot, and you can hold your leg up there if this feels uncomfortable for you. Very nice. And let's go ahead and bring that leg down. Do that on the second side. We're going to stretch the left leg up to the ceiling, interlace your hands behind your thigh, flex and point. Flex and point. So we're mobilizing the ankle and stretching the hamstrings. If you sit a lot throughout the day, then this should feel really good. to open up that posterior chain of the body, the back line of the body. And then we're going to bend the knee. This helps to lubricate the hip joint, producing more synovial fluid in the hip. And this helps to rebuild cartilage. So this can be a great exercise to do if you're dealing with hip arthritis or to prevent arthritis of the hip. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and just bring that leg down. We're going to rest the feet down. We're going to make a little triangle between the index fingers and the thumbs and gently tip the pubic bone to the navel and tip the tailbone into the mat. Exhale, pubic bone to navel. This is called the pelvic tilt. So you're tipping your fingers up towards the ceiling as you gently press your back down, and then you should feel the fingers go down, the thumbs go up. If this feels uncomfortable in your back, then try to just make it a little bit smaller. Very nice. And come back to neutral. Let's go ahead and bring the arms down to the sides. We're just going to slowly curl the hips up, making our way into a small bridge. Take a breath and slowly roll back down through the spine. Release the tail at the end. Take a deep breath. Exhale, curl your tailbone up towards the ceiling and just rolling up to about the lower ribs. Not too high just yet, and slowly peeling down. Inhale there, and again, exhale, scoop the abdominals in and slowly roll up. And take your time as you gently come down through the spine. Very nice. And so from there, we're just going to do figure 4 stretch. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. This is also a great stretch if you sit a lot. It's a stretch for the piriformis. The sciatic nerve travels through the piriformis, so if you're dealing with any sciatica symptoms, this can definitely be a helpful stretch for that. When you're ready, let's switch sides. And continue to focus on that long, deep breath that we went over in our first hack of this session today. And we'll take one more breath here. Very nice. And so we're just going to go ahead and lay down on our backs, either with the knees bent, or you can straighten the legs, close your eyes for a minute, and again, just tuning into the body. And how do you feel now? Just after a few of those gentle stretches, the core activation we did, and the breathing we did. Okay, so our fourth hack is visualization. So if we can visualize ourselves being free of whatever feels like it's limiting us from doing what we want to do in life, whether it's pain or maybe it's another limiting belief, then we are much more likely to achieve our goals and to get where we want to be. So this might seem a bit esoteric if you've never done this before, but this is something that athletes and dancers do all the time. And my first experience of this was being a dancer, and I started to practice visualization before I would go on stage for a big performance. And pretty much every time I would do this, I would notice that I would perform better, I would make less mistakes, and I would literally feel like I was in a flow state. So try this exercise. What do you have to lose? Let's do it. So again, you're just going to take a comfortable seated position, closing your eyes. And I want you to start to conjure up an image in your mind of who you would be and how you would feel if this pain or this experience wasn't limiting you. So come up with a quick scene in your mind of the things that you would be doing if this particular pain or condition wasn't limiting you. Is there an activity you would want to do, a trip maybe you would want to go on, an experience that you would really want to have? And as you come up with that image in your mind of that visualization, really put yourself in that scene, in that experience. What does it feel like? Look around. What do you see surrounding you? Where are you? What do you smell? What do you hear? Let's just take one more minute with this. Really bring yourself into this scene with all of your senses involved. And when you're ready, start to open your eyes. How did that go? This is something I'd really suggest doing consistently. Try doing it every morning, just even for a few minutes, and see how things change in your life, in your body. I've done this for a number of different conditions, and it definitely worked for me. So give it a shot and let me know how it goes. Our fifth hack can definitely be integrated with that last one, and this is using an affirmation, or you could call it an auto-suggestion, where we are suggesting to our subconscious mind where we store our beliefs about ourselves, where trauma is stored, and where for a lot of folks, the source of their pain is originating from. So when we can work with the subconscious mind, then we can really make big shifts in our reality when it comes to our beliefs, when it comes to what we believe our body is capable of doing. And so what I want you to do is just take a moment to really think about a goal that you want to achieve. And again, this has to do with if this pain or this experience wasn't limiting you, then what would you be doing? And what would you want to achieve in your life? It could be a physical goal, or it could be a relationship goal. It could be your career. And you're going to create an affirmation that's just for you, that has to do with being the person that's achieving that goal. So an example of that would be using an I am statement to begin your affirmation, and then making a declaration. And it could be something as simple as I am now healthy. I am now strong. Or it could be something more literal, like I am now winning this tennis match. Or I have hiked 10 miles up a mountain. So pick your goal and then find your declaration that states that you have done that goal. And you're going to keep repeating it to yourself. So I would suggest doing this either before you go to bed or in the morning. And during those times, we're in a state where our subconscious mind is just more receptive to receive these suggestions. Let's take a moment and just, now that you've found your affirmation, start to just repeat that to yourself a few times. So you can close your eyes. And as you're ready, just begin to repeat your affirmation to yourself internally, or you can say it out loud. And just notice how your body feels now. And notice throughout the day the stories that you might be telling yourself. So this is a bonus tip. This could be the sixth hack, is to take notes on what stories are you telling yourself throughout the day that might be continuing to solidify these beliefs in your subconscious mind. So it could be saying, like, I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to feel better. I'm always in pain. I just can't do that because I don't have the energy to do that. I'm in too much pain to do that thing. I can't go there. I can't join my friends because I won't feel good. And so just notice those stories throughout the day that you tell yourself. And even if they're true, just notice. And one thing you can try is writing down those disempowering beliefs. And then right there is the formula for your affirmations. So your affirmation could be literally flipping that disempowering belief and saying, I am doing this thing. I am going to go hike that 10-mile backpacking trail that I really want to do. I'm 100% going to achieve that goal. And it's going to be really interesting to explore this process. So I will do another video in the future that goes deeper into how to create these auto-suggestions, how to work with these disempowering beliefs, and how to work more deeply with the subconscious mind. But that's a great intro for you now. I hope that you enjoyed this video, the 5 hacks to find immediate relief from chronic pain. Let me know how it goes. Please comment below if you felt like this was helpful for you today.